It's as if they want to use their own processes to investigate internally. However, that's already shown to not work.
Clergy privilege is a kind of legal loophole that allows clerics to keep certain information confidential, even in a courtroom. Think of it like doctor-patient confidentiality, only with your priest or rabbi. Now, the rule has existed in New York State since the 19th century, but a UB professor's research shows the use of it is changing.
News 4's Jen Shantz sat down with that professor who says clergy privilege could play a central role in the sex abuse cases against the Buffalo diocese. Jen?
Well, Jackie, Buffalo's Catholic Church has been under the microscope now for months as we learn about more and more allegations of sex abuse and alleged cover-ups. The diocese is now under investigation by the state AG in a civil probe and the Department of Justice in a possible criminal investigation. Clergy privilege, if granted by a judge, could allow the diocese to keep certain documents private. Associate Professor of Law at UB, Christine Bartholomew, has studied clergy privilege a lot.
I looked at both federal and state from the early 1800s, New York, which is the first to enact it, all the way through 2016.
That's around 700 written legal decisions on the rule, which allows clerics to keep certain information confidential, even from a judge. Through her research, Bartholomew found that, generally speaking, clerics don't assert the privilege all that often.
Oftentimes, clergy are facing competing duties. They have a duty to protect their congregation or a duty to truth-finding, and a broad, sweeping privilege often runs contrary to those competing duties. In the clergy sex abuse issues, though, it seems that the duty to protect each other seems to be the highest priority.
When it comes to clergy sex abuse allegations, Bartholomew found the trend reversed itself. Clerics, she found, reached for the broad sweeping protection clergy privilege offers.
There's been a radical growth in the attempted assertion of the privilege.
But judges, she says, are less and less likely to grant the privilege. Bartholomew, who studied the legal response to the sex abuse crisis in Boston, expects we are just scratching the surface of allegations in Buffalo. As a legal precedent, clergy privilege has its place, she says, and it's likely here to stay. It could, though, pose a challenge for state and federal prosecutors.
You might get rid of the clergy privilege, but we still have attorney-client privilege, and many of the documents that we're seeing now that are being asserted as privilege fall into either.
A binder with names of more than 100 accused priests was leaked by Bishop Malone's former administrative assistant. Bartholomew says the location of that binder could be an interesting element to the diocese's defense. Whether or not the closet it was found in should be considered private or not. That could dictate whether a judge rules that binder to be privileged information. That, of course, is something we'll have to stay tuned for. Jen Shantz, News 4 at 5:30.